Here's something which we did not expect to be doing today, and is testament to the ridiculousness of this business and why we cannot work on perfect systems. So we gave away a bunch of Amazon vouchers, and when we gave them away, we still get a shipping label that generates. And with that shipping label, we still have to send it out. But we didn't want to send, I say we didn't. This guy was trying to be efficient and save money. So he didn't want to use a bubble mailer just to send an empty envelope. So Matt's idea, I'll cover the customer's address, was this. To stick it on a piece of paper. I said, Matt, I have a feeling that might not work. And in the post today, I have received, I don't know where I've put the letter, but a letter from the post office. They very kindly sent it all back in an envelope. And it just said, these were in our cage. We just thought it must have been a mistake. So now we are handwriting on the back here because we thought it'd be quicker than writing a slip. Congrats. And that your Amazon voucher's been sent via DM. And then Matt is showing me a little package without the address thing on it. A little one of these. So that they actually get there. Packing wise, to give you an update, it's Wednesday, of course. We are working through these shelves. These are, no word of a lie, they're hell, because you've got so many different sizes. Packing piles coming along. This is all stuff that's been facilitated, needs to go out. And yeah, it's just a bit of a crazy one right now. So I'll give you an update when we're further through. We got like
full facilitation shelves.
We got 2 hours left, Matt. What are the optics?
The optics are, it's going to be a lot of pain, a lot of struggle, a lot of grit, determination, power, resilience, grog, and just love. A lot of love goes involved in these packaging, and me and Harry have a lot of love to give.
Outside of giving love to people, the main thing that Matt's trying to say is we're not far off being complete. I've got a shelf to do here. This is just free giveaways, so this one's not bad at all because it's just single parts. And then we've got one more shelf. Outside of that, yeah, we've got like 2 or 3 shelves, and then we've still got the facilitated stuff. So hopefully we'll cruise through it in the next 2 hours, which will mean we've sent out another 1,000+ items today, which is good, but exhausting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cars, we're going through another huge amount of Royal Mail stuff at the minute. So we are working through getting as many of the shelves out the building, and Matthew is currently loading many Yorks. So then we'll be out of the way. But we've still got more stuff to work through. Lord help me. All right, it's Wednesday evening, midweek. We are going to do a quick chat about something I think is really important, which is precious versus perishable stock. And I think this is something which I've never really heard anyone else talk about. And again, I'm sure there are lots of businesses that have this as a concept and certainly will consider things this way. But for us as a collectibles company and one that does lots of private signings, we had to find a way of identifying the different types of stock. And I'll give you 2 really good examples. If we've done a private signing with someone like Matt Smith, and for whatever reason we don't sell it very well, Matt Smith is a bad example because we have sold it really well, and we had 200 spare items, okay? Then at that point, they'd be precious for 2 reasons. 1, there's a big financial investment to get started. And 2, I have a supply of 200 items. So if I decide to £1 start one, I'm then setting the bar for the rest of the 199 to say that in theory, that's what they're worth. Now, are they worth whatever they sell for when they go on a £1 start? No. Remembering vitally that our audience, whilst there's always 200-300 people in there at the minute, which is amazing, that's 200 to 300 people who are in our stream. That's not representative of an entire market, okay? But it's still precious stock because I have lots of it and I want to make sure the price doesn't go low. Having lots of money in precious stock is, in my opinion, long-term a bad move. Unless, and there's a big unless, you're working with uber names, so the giants are Harrison Ford and people like that where the price is seriously high, or you have a very small number, say 10, 20, 30 at max. Anything more than that, and the precious stock actually becomes, in my opinion, a bit of a problem. And you'd rather put your money into a diverse portfolio of 500 different autographs than have 500 of the same. And that's why we've been working this week and in general over the last couple of months to really remove ourselves from having a huge amount of precious stock. And in replacement, we would like lots more perishable stock, So things like, and here's a great example for you. Let me find a great example. Things like this here. This is a piece of precious stock. we had lots and lots of them, and the price has gone down and down because we had too many, and we were faced with the question of what do we do with them? And the answer for us was just get rid of them and burn them, as we'd say, just so that we can create cash flow again from the product. It's never going to go up higher than it already is. It is what it is, okay? So that's really what we've been trying to do this week. We've done a great job of it, but it's also for us as a business trying to work out what we do next with signings. And this is a whole other topic because you have to try and work out what is the right move. That's business, right? But yeah, so that precious versus perishable conversation I think is really important. And I think a lot of the time, companies and businesses have perfect ideals. And when you first start your company, especially if you want to be a reseller, you're going to have all these things that you think you want to do or will be easy. And you'll realize one of a few things. One, everything's harder than it looks. And two, everything takes longer than you think it will. So the reason I'm referencing this is just to kind of get a bit of understanding about what we're trying to do this week. And we're doing a good job. It's fun. But the goal is then to keep on holding off until Monday when full team's back in the building and then drop 50, 60, 100, 200, 300, 400k worth of new stock all at once, just to bamboozle you guys and give you a shitload of new stuff. But what I don't want is loads of old stuff just kind of feathered in the background because it's old and I want you guys to have fresh stuff. But yeah, we'll do an update later on how the stream goes. So tonight I'm going to be doing what I would call just a burn stream. So I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm going to bring in and a bunch of stuff that essentially has been in there way too long. I'm going to organize it on one of these sides and then I'm just going to rip through it. And when we do these streams, one of the most important things to do as a seller, if you decide to do what I would call a burn stream, your job is to be friendly, fun and happy, knowing that loads of it's going to go too cheap. If you do a burn stream and your attitude is anything other than that, all you're doing is losing even more money by being miserable, because your audience, if you're going to give them the opportunity to win, you want to give them the opportunity to win and then celebrate and champion those wins. The biggest thing you can do wrong is set yourself up for failure by being miserable about a price. Again, we're all adults, use your brain. If you start loads of stuff for £1, there's a very good chance you're not going to get market value on 90% of it, if not more, and you have to be okay with that or don't do it.